Okay, this is video 1 for the mandala design instructions. You are going to need the following materials. You're going to need a compass, a ruler, a protractor, a sheet of 6 by 6 white paper, your pencil, and I'm going to strongly recommend you get the worksheet. It's in your sketchbook that has the instructions written out for you. So we're going to go step by step through this, starting with number 1, which is to get a piece of paper. Step 2 is to take and divide this piece of paper in half on the diagonal. So you're going to take your ruler, line it up to the corners. I'm right-handed, so I'm using my right hand with my pencil, and I'm holding my hand wide on the ruler. So I'm going to mark diagonal, diagonal to here. All right. Step 3. Now I need to decide how many sections I want this divided into. There's a little picture right here. So I'm looking at this picture. These are all the different sections that you can have. So this picture shows 8 sections. So if you want 8 sections, you have to think about how many degrees are in a circle. And we know that there's 360 degrees in a circle. So if I want 8 sections, I would take 360 divided by 8, and that's going to give me 45-degree angles. Let's say I want 12 sections, which is what I prefer. So I would take 360 divided by 12, and that's going to give me 30-degree angles. So this is where your protractor comes in handy. So you're going to take your protractor. There's different kinds. Some are plastic, some are metal. But you need to make sure that this is lined up at the center and along one of the lines that you've drawn. Now, I said I was going to do 30-degree angles, so I'm going to mark at the 30, at the 60, my 90 is already marked, 120, 150. You might notice that I'm pushing down a little bit harder on my pencil. It's just so you can see in this video. You want to draw pretty lightly. You don't want to draw too dark. So I'm doing the same thing. I'm turning my protractor over. I've got the diamond and like the line for the 90 lined up. And I'm going to mark 30, 60, 90, 120, and 150. Now I've got all these little marks. I'm going to take my ruler and I'm going to connect them through the middle. So this dot would connect to this dot because it needs to connect through the middle. Okay, now I've got this divided into my sections. Now I'm ready to use my compass. And so if you've never used a compass before, this is like the old school kind. The point here is what's going to go at the center of your paper. This opens up, and then you can slide your pencil in here. I'm going to suggest that you get the point of the compass and your pencil lined up even. So there's this little metal thing right here that you can use it to tighten. Can't think of the word. All right, so this goes right, the point goes right at the center. So my goal is to put my first circle on here. I'm going to try to get it as big as I can without going off the edge of the paper. So it's a little bit too big. All right, here's the trick with the compass. You want to push down on where the point is, and you're going to lean the compass a little bit back, and then you're going to turn your paper. Don't try to turn your hand with the compass, because you're going to turn your hand and then all of a sudden you're going to have nowhere to go because your wrist is going to get all contorted, okay? So now I'm going to put a second one on here. So I'm going to make this a little bit smaller, put that point right at the center, tilt my compass down a little bit, and turn my paper. So you can decide however many circles you want to do. It's up to you. I wouldn't do 50, and I would probably do more than 2. Okay, I got my circles on there. I am ready to start the design. So for starting the design, you need to watch video 2.